I'm finally dressed. I didn't really comb my hair, but we got through the shower, got shaved. New razor, it's really smooth. It's good. We got some shrimps. I gotta get the chicken out. I'm not prepared, but we will get it in a pan and get it hot. I got a couple of pieces of chicken thigh that need to be cooked up. And I thought, well, that's not enough, those two little guys. So we're gonna do some shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp. Shrimp, shrimp. We're gonna make a lovely concoction. So we got the shrimp going, late, of course, so it's defrosting. Yeah, it's doing good. It's happy little shrimp. I like right when I looked at the clock, I'm like, oh, I'm supposed to be streaming right now, and I'm still naked. But, so now it's a naked foot day. I got naked feet. I don't care. I'm just gonna be naked footed. Can't stop me. Let's put stuff in a pan and get it hot. Let's start with our jicama. Jicama, chameleon. It's a little guy, a little jicama dude, little dude. Let's peel him. It's a pretty thick skin, so we're going to use our, no, that peeler is really set up right now for ripping it. I think this one should get it. Although it's a very thick skin, we might have to do a double take with this one. Very waxy. But on the inside, it's a lot like an apple. Not quite as sweet, of course. That really gets gummed up. We're going to use this whole body, so we'll just go ahead and peel it all. And these things now, when you're getting them in the store, you just want to feel them and make sure they're firm. When they start to get past their due, they get a little soft. And they actually, just like an apple, they almost rot like an apple. It'll get that alcohol. I wonder if you can, I bet you can make alcohol out of this pretty easily if you can apples. A lot of sugar, I think. But yeah, it smells fermented when it starts to go bad, just like an apple. Take care, Ivy. You sleep well. Fried rice with leftover pork and oven roasted veggies. Mmm. Always kicking it right, my friend. Okay, now we're just going to go back and hit it again wherever there's any dark spots. There. That's a nice little chunk of jicama. I don't think I spelled jicama right in there. It's alright though. Because I didn't even care at the time. Wait, I still don't. A rose by any other name is still a rose, and a jicama misspelled still tastes the same. We're cutting about 1 centimeter thick. And we'll do make some sticks. Jicama sticks. Jicama fry. We'll fry the fries. we go. Put it in the olive oil. Happy squeeze, yes. Man, it can be really joyous, especially when it is simple and it has such a bouquet of joy. All right, let's get a top on that. Let's crank it up a little bit. Put a little bit of moisture in there so it can steam a little. Alrighty. So we're going with olive oil this time and not the coconut oil. I don't know why. I'm just doing it that way this time. We're going to add some the olive oil butter too. And that's just how we're doing it. I'm going to cook that chicken in there with that. And that'll be good. Alright, let's run these under some fresh water. Help to get the defrost going. Help that thermal dynamics happen. Oh, there it goes. It's popping now. Turn that down just a hair. It's nice when they get a little browned on one side at least. You don't have to crisp them up like all over like you would a French fry. But if they get a little browned on one side, it releases all the range of flavor. Okay, now our cabbage and our lettuce is going to get chopped up like really thin. Actually, let me get my meat out of here. Get out of the way, meat. I'm going to cook the zucchini a little bit. You guys got it over here. We need cutting board space for our happy cabbage. So the shrimp salad is going to be like a shrimp cocktail salad. We use cocktail sauce. But it's also going to be like a, what do you call it, coleslaw salad. So it's going to be a mix between a shrimp cocktail and a coleslaw. That'll be the mix. So we're going to have our fun time. Cut this right down the middle there like that. We want this super thin. I don't care if some of them are like paper thin. And you can go up to a couple millimeters thick, but I'm trying to do like 1 to 3 millimeters. I'm shooting for like 1-ish. Kind of make it a little thicker on one side so they like thin out, almost like a triangle. So it's 2 mils thick at the fattest part. And some of the slices will be like up to 3, and that's fine. Maybe a couple fat ones here and there. And that's looking beautiful. Okay, that's enough right there. And we'll do a couple cuts this way. chunks. Got one big chunk here that's a little sliced up. So just pull it apart. It's good. All right, this is about the biggest piece. Okay? Some more longer, but as far as thickness and all that. Very nice. Now, you can cook a lot. The one time I cooked it just to see if I could get it mushy. Cooked it after dinner. It didn't get mushy. It stays fibrous. So the carbs and sugars in there are super fibrous. So you get good energy carbs if you need it, but it's also very fibrous. So not a lot of. It's the good carbs. Feed your gut. Looking good. All right, let's get a little bowl for this mix. It'll be fun with this bowl. All right, that's our cabbage. Beautiful. Look at that. It's lovely. We'll wait to cut the lettuce up. We're going to cut it up like that real good too. This lettuce has been here for like a week, but changing the water, look at that. It's looking really good. Just got to keep changing the water every day. If this gets too nasty, you just cut that off a little bit, you know, and get a fresh. Once it'll start to like get that root rot, I guess, where it's too wet, and then it can start to, the middle piece will start to get whatever, but it's still not so much. Got a long time for that. Yeah, I change the water every day. Just a little bit of water. I mean, I just, I use measuring cups a lot, and I just put that much water in the bottom and change it every day. Helps keep it fresh. So I usually have 3 or 4 things in water over there, and I'll just like put them in the sink and dump the water, put them in the sink, or just run water over them. Kind of like at the grocery store, the way they mist them all the time to keep everything fresh. You basically want that same kind of thing. Like, I got these golden beets we'll probably eat tomorrow, and I'm gonna keep the tops, edible. They'll perk up every day that I run them under water a little bit and stuff. So, like right now, I'm gonna give them a little bath. And actually, if I cut them off the top of the beets, they'll go better. I'll probably do that tomorrow, or maybe even tonight. Cut all the stalks, just the top of the beet off, and then put that in there, and that'll stimulate that growth way more than if the beet's on there, because the beet won't suck up as much through the little roots that it used to have on the bottom and all that. So, yeah, you can do different things to extend and refurbish. Water, man, they love water. All the things that grow with the water. I mean, what a stumble. Emerald and date. I had a great day, but I'm feeling much better. Jack wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling good. I wasn't feeling like sick like Jack. I was having more of a blah day. Have the winter blues, which I'm getting through just fine. Missing my daughters terribly, and that can be difficult when you miss somebody. Ooh, this one, oh jeez. This one starting to get a little wilty, so we need to change the water on that. I don't know if I changed the water yesterday. Then he's leaning to the side a lot because that's the direction the sun is. He's like, I want sun. So we'll spin him around, give him some fresh, clean up the water I spilled. What's up, love? What's up? Oh yeah, heck yeah. It's funny in throughout history, in all cultures, and in almost, well, I think as far as I know, every single religion and every single philosophical understanding always ends up in about the same place, and that is, this too shall pass. Nothing lasts. And so the joy of the constant change of things is the joy of life, and that's why we don't do recipes, and that's why we can cook the same thing over and over differently and experience a new day in a new way. And as we give it a different, we bring ourselves every day a little different. I like the one of the ways to say it is you can never step in the same river twice, because it's not the same river and you're not the same person. Let's get some garlic going. Got these little pieces we got to deal with. And you're just going to have to do it with me. Usually I say the little pieces and all the grunty ones for my late night stuff, but we're here now. We're here now. We're just going to throw them in here with these guys for a minute. They're pretty small. They'll steam up pretty quick. This one's all crazy. He's like 2, I think. Gotta smush you a little bit, buddy. Yeah, gotta love those rough days. They make the better days better. It's an interesting part about the human psyche, and I often wonder how we will evolve to not need strife to be happy, because it's such an integral part of our, I mean, the intellectual species, called humans or whatever, evolutionary wise, before our recorded history, there's 150 million years, which is the greater portion than the last 6,000 that we're trying to figure out everything from. But the million years that people inhabited the earth, all different types of people, and cultures rose and fell, and technology came and went, as fascinating as ours. And through all that, we still have to deal with those same strifes over and over, the loss of whole cultures. Every religion comes from, we are the people that came from we survived the, last ice age, the last meteor, the last all this stuff. All these things that we have endured through. Because there's huge logic flaws in the, dinosaurs died out because of meteor, and then there was only nothing over this big survived, or bigger than a chicken, but we did, right? We did. We did not evolve in the last 100,000 years. We built whole civilizations and they rose and fell with different types of humans, like elves and halflings and all that fun stuff. So in that context, in our deepest self of evolution, it's hard to know life without strife, because it is the reason why we even try. But that'll be an interesting evolutionary step when strife isn't our motivation to, if we aren't motivated just to receive comfort and that sort of thing, if we can transcend to an idealistic sense of being, yada yada, way too deep. All right, now we got our little brown on one side. That's beautiful. That's how we like it. They soaked up the moisture. We're gonna add a little bit more for the sake of our garlic steaming. Look at all the oil in there, still coating up and everything's wonderful. And now our shrimps, yeah, now we got them. Yeah. Where do I put my shrimps? In a shrimp bowl. Little shrimps. Moisture drain down. They just got their tails on them. I was really lazy. I got the ones without the jackets on. Actually, it was all the same price. I like to get the raw shrimp. I like to get them, you know, deveined because that's a pain in the butt. But I don't understand. Crab, the natural insulation of evolution? Evolutionary wise, I feel like everything survives. Extinction itself is not the end of a species per se, but its birth into its next form. You know, that's kind of like I saw a video that showed that kind of same analogy with mankind, that our transcendence is the next, you know, is us being born, and we will be born to that here shortly, because it was awesome. It made an analogy of that in being born, like a person being born. When you are conceived, you go through evolution, all the stages of evolution. You're a single cell, and then you become two cells, and then you become multicellular organism, and then you become a reptile. Literally, you are a reptile, and then you become a mammal, and you literally go through evolution as you grow into a person. And you know, everything you know is right there on that. That's your whole world. That's like the world. That's like mankind has grown, and we're in the womb still, right? The world is the womb. And we're in there. And man, when we get born, it is just messed up. We don't know what's coming. We scream. It's crazy, you know? It's like, and we're in the same process now. We don't understand what's out there. We don't understand what we're going to become. And it's going to be traumatic. But if we understand that it's happening, we are better off than the baby. Although maybe some babies do know. Maybe some babies are more calm. They have a sense of awareness, of a calming. It's been maybe if their parents prepared them for that. Did they listen to that preparation? Interesting thought exercise. Everything you hit became crabs. Oh my God, that's great. Just everything, kind of like, what was it, that Discovery episode where they go warp 11 and they go into the future and turn into lizards? Go full circle on the evolutionary. I mean, if you look at all life, all things, it's all fractal, right? When you look at quantum physics, everything's repeated in fractally, as in you can find the same pattern creating the thing that the pattern is of the thing. Paisley prints forever. Okay, so let's put this in a pan and get it hot. Let's start doing that. So our shrimpers, now we're gonna use some butter for our shrimp off. Our olive oil butter. Well, the coffee's done. If you want coffee, you gotta get it now. Well, she doesn't need to be drinking coffee this late. You don't need coffee this late. So that's another thing I learned about coffee today is people have two different kinds of enzyme to break down coffee. And you either have the slow or the fast one.
Really?
Yeah, so like that's why I can drink 3 cups of coffee and still go to bed because my body can break it down really fast.
Oh.
Like it must be. I must have that one.
Right, right.
The way that he did. Right?
Quick coffee.
Yes. Oh yeah. All right. Garlics are roasted. Jacama is cooking up real nice.
Come on.
Come on. Come. Okay, we're gonna slice these puppies because we like this. The last time we did it.
Yeah. Mr. Jack. Well, that's not Jack. Mr. Jack.
I'm slicing them even more than I did the one time. I'm just gonna be like slice them up and almost let it shred if it does. Kind of like the cabbage. And this will make it nice and soft. It won't curl up and get all hard. We'll cook them super slow in the butter. And they'll just be real nice.
Hey, biscuit. Morris.
Don't argue with me, guy. I will just cut you up. I will whip you. I will cut you. So I have been, I got, Aurora gave me the PGA 2021, 21K, whatever, the golf game. And I've been playing on the, just matchmaking, and it's so funny, the different outfits that people put together and avatars. I know it's silly, but I just find it amusing. I think everybody's got that. If you're a gamer, I think, if you play multiple games, I think everybody's got that one game that is their dress-up game. All about that skin. You know, Guild Wars is a fashion show for some. All right. Come on, shrimpers. You know what? I probably wouldn't want this to happen to me either, Mr. Shrimp. But I appreciate your sacrifice for my well-being. Because you know, you little shrimpers are good for me. You got stuff. I forget what it is, but it's good. I think most shellfish has this stuff. Well, that's way too hot. All right, let's pull that off the heat. Set her down. Simmer down now. Mr. Jack's doing much better. He got sick this morning. Oh, he took a gourd pie to work today. People really liked it. Oh man, that is awesome. Let's get our chicken in there. Slicing this up. I kind of got it upside down. Probably easier to slice with the other side down, but here we go. It is what it is. It's good. We're going with chunks of chicken. Plop. Alright, we'll do this one the proper way. Much easier to hold and cut. This makes me feel like it's bands loading up the bus music. Alright, we got our little pieces of garlic. Alright, got any nasty stuff out. Get ourselves our heavy butter. Just mix that in a little bit. Get some chicken juice on there, that's fine, because it's all going right here. Didn't want to get the garlic and butter in there until the chicken was in there. I didn't want the chicken to soak it all up or anything. Everybody to have a good time. Well, everybody gets to have a good time. Not just Jujicama. Alright, we got these on low, just cooking real slow. The butter. Get those done. Happy. This can go over here. Yeah, we'll see how he does. He's certainly very interested in dinner. He's looking around on the floor like usual. You guys tell he was sick this morning. Everything was off, but he's doing much better now. All right. Now we have a new concoction to make, brand new, never done before. We're gonna mix our Al's Gourmet shrimp sauce, then we know the guy that makes it, well sourced, good shit, with our Hellman's olive oil mayonnaise dressing. And we are going to make a new dressing, so that it is between a shrimp cocktail and a coleslaw. That's the idea. Yeah. We kept this real simple: jicama, olive oil, olive butter, and just a little bit of garlic. That's it. Super simple. We're not even putting turmeric in there this time. Well, these are a little dirty. We'll have to rinse these off. Look for volume one more, maybe. Another one. Yeah. All right, gotta give them a rinse. Rinsing. One guy had a little spot on him. I'm rubbing it. He's like, dude, that's my freckle. You can't, it's not coming out. I'm like, oh, my bad. There we go. We'll give him a little down the middle. We're cutting these almost as thin as those. Not doing the 1 millimeter cuts, but because they would just get lost. So we're doing 2 to 3, up to maybe julienne thickness. A little bit here and there. Beautiful. Very nice. All right. Those are cooked. I hate to drain good butter, but we don't want these things too wet. Plus, this is a cool salad, so we do have to let these cool. So let's just do this. There we go. And they can cool. That's cool, right? That's cool, man. All right, let's get this going. Okay, guys. Time to move around a little bit. Do I turn it off or something? It's down real low. That can go off. Turn this up. Go. Alright, I'm really feeling like I gotta pre-mix this before I put it in there. Of course, ratios are going to be important. So I'm thinking, how much would I put on that? I'm going to give it, look at that, a little more. Aurora helped in the process of making some of this back in the day. Put in an extra dollop of that because I always underestimate for whatever reason. Fire glaze lurking. Good to have you on the Lurksters. I think this will be an amount that will work. Put our shrimp in there. And I want them to be fully coated. Great. Perfect. It is almost mealtime, I tell you what. Come him. Woo! Tell you what. Shrimp. We just fold this around for a while. All right. Look at the little pieces. Come on, guys, don't stick together. I know you want to. It's all fun. Everybody wants to have a good time. Everybody wants to touch each other. Oh, hey, oh. Escape chicken. Didn't get far. You didn't get far. There we go. Yes. Beautiful. Actually, no, let's leave the top off and turn it up a little bit. All right. A little lemon out of the plate with our salad, because I think a nice little lemon squeezed on that salad. Don't want to force it, but it'll be there. I think it'll be nice. We shall see. Joy! That's wonderful. Hello, what's up, Singamil? Singamil. Welcome. Oh man, okay, so now I'm just kind of moving this around, making sure I got everything, you know, evenly dispersed. The shrimp and the different greens are romaine lettuce and red cabbage. Just make sure we got it. Try to get half of it on the plate. Yeah, I think I did it pretty good. All right. Goodness. That is good to go. Are you ready for some yum yum? See, we got that out there. Need the salt and pepper. Don't know if we'll need much of those, but we got the nuts out. We want those. Right. Stuff everywhere. Puppies. Beautiful. Yes. Trade a couple of commas here. Even everything out. There we go. And there's our lovely meal, jacama and chicken with some garlic, romaine and red cabbage with shrimp and cocktail sauce, and it should be beautiful.
Smells amazing.
It does smell really good. I recommend cashews again
Cashews.
on the chicken
Look out.
and jacama.
Oh.
Here we go.
Woo.
What's today, Tuesday?
Yes.
We're gonna toss it Tuesday.
So it's a Tuesday.
Toss yourself on over. Yeah, you just throw yourself. Pick yourself up and throw.
Tuesday. Trash Tuesday. There you go.
Wait, what?
Garbage
It's garbage day. Am I supposed to be excited? I'm excited for you.
Thank you. I am the garbage queen.
You're on the garbage bin. And you'll excuse me for a moment. Please start your meal. I decided it's time for socks.
Yes, I noticed that you had no feet on.
I have naked toes.
Naked toes. Mm-mm. Jicama fries. I like it in the fry form the most. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's good to see you hacking about, Jack. Yeah, you look good, buddy. I think you just needed to fast a little.
Mmm.
Is it to your liking?
Mmm. I like the jicama in fry form.
Mm-hmm. It's good. Get my people faces.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I like it. First bite I like for sure.
Mmm.
I got a big piece of shrimp. Mmm. Mm-hmm.
Mmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna lemon it.
Ah. Now, is this just mayo, or is the other, like the horseradish shrimp sauce in here too?
Yeah, it's Al's shrimp sauce and
Okay.
mayo. Yep. Mixed in. Weather Witch, what's up?
Hello.
Welcome.
Mm. Mm-hmm. Wow.
Coleslaw shrimp salad.
Wow. Like, you could sell that as like its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, ladies at the Heinen's would love that.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You said Heinen's.
Heinen's is one of the local grocery markets by us. I don't know if you all have them wherever, but it's the one that caters to the person who wants to be catered to.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't take the carts out of the store. You get a little number and you pull your car around and they load your car.
Mm-hmm.
This is way before COVID they were doing this.
Yeah. Wow. Ooh, yeah, it's good with lemon.
It really is good
Wow.
with lemon, right? Just something told me
Wow.
put some lemon there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, thank you, because it was funny because I said I want to try this, and I knew it wasn't her favorite last time I did the shrimp salad, cocktail salad thing, and I addressed the concerns that she had, I think.
You did. Mm-hmm.
And she said, I'm totally willing to try because I know it'll be different than last time.
Because he always does something different. He always tries something new. So it's like it's good to be different than last time.
It's exceptional, though, especially with the lemon.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm. Comments just so. Mm. I like this. This side of the plate is very meat and potato feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
And this side of the plate is fun and exotic, but simple. Mmm. See, I cooked the crap out of these, and they're still like pretty solid. Mm.
Mm. Wow.
Phenomenal together too. Mmm. Thank you, everyone. Very enjoyable moms. actually took a whole 7 seconds to whine to myself today. I have no inspiration to make anything. Poor me.
You're allowed to whine. I'm glad you got it out, not whined and then decided that's where you're gonna stay.
Well, you know me, I'm stoic till I work it out, then I'll talk about it. I just go off and do my thinking time.
No.
Then I come back and talk about it like this.
You do.
And hopefully, I make humor out of the things that bother me the most. If I can find a joke, the things that piss me off. Talking to a guy in TeamSpeak last night who is from Russia. And it's so interesting to hear the cognitive dissonance within, and he's just not really good at English, so he says war is bad. War is bad. People killing people is bad. But he also says, almost in the same breath, everything Putin has done inside Russia, bad. Everything he's doing outside Russia, good. But war's bad. This is the same person who left Russia because it's so bad there. I don't know, I just look at Russia and I look at the temperature and the weather. I mean, unless you're into that, no, it's not going to be good. There's not a lot of warm spots in Russia. Or in the Soviet Union or whichever, whatever one is called, when what is.
This is phenomenal.
We are so lucky, so blessed to sit down to all these amazing meals every day. I didn't even have to hunt. I've decided I have to accept my new perspective and to put it in terms for me to understand in relationship to other people. I don't live in the same world as other people do. It makes it so much easier for me to deal with. Because I live in a dystopia where I get to live like a god. Functional dystopia. And I'm a god in it. It's like, that's how else to look at it.
It's so funny, I was talking about that very thing with both my parents and my sister this past week. And because I was talking about with my sister how, like when people say, oh, why don't the billionaires just do this and solve all the problems? And it's like, they live in a completely different world than we do. Like, they're not on the same plane of existence. Like,
No.
you don't know what their day-to-day is like. It's completely different from ours.
You don't understand empathy in the same way. Empathy is a word that is defined, not a thing they feel. Because you've been given this belief system that somebody else gave to you, and it's not true. So but you have all the money in the world to make whatever, to hear whatever you want. You can create any echo chamber you want, literally. You can afford to. True, like to me, the true mental illness of people is not someone who is different than people and acting different. That's not a mental illness. That's just an oddity. Mental illness is when people agree on the crazy shit. That's an illness. The other's just an oddity. Some guy who just thinks he's 5 different people all the time, just keeps switching personalities, doesn't remember what the other did. That's an oddity. Not illness. I mean, yes, it is illness, but I mean, socially speaking, it's an oddity. I like that one. There's a video I saw that compared mankind, or took mankind as one person. And a psychological evaluation of that person is not good.
No. Oh, wow. That would be interesting. Things rich kids didn't know was not normal.
Right.
It's like basic everyday things, too.
Right.
Yeah, and then I was talking to my parents about how they're getting like some new appliances and stuff, and right now it's like, you know, stuff's back ordered and you can't find stuff and everything because of the production issues. And I'm like, it's not that, like, it's because we're so used to everything being available, and that's the world that we've been living in and still do, that we're not used to having to wait for something. And so I'm like, you don't realize that you live like a god until you get that taken away.
That's why I keep saying it.
Yeah.
It's like, I live like a god. I wanted pencils. And literally, within hours of me thinking this thought, I had 72 pencils. That would have taken me years to make those. Literally years. That is godlike. Actually, there's no way I would have actually been able to construct all those colors. There's no freaking way. All the alchemy that would be involved.
Right?
No, I literally can speak into the air. I don't use Alexa that way, but I literally could just speak words and then it would appear in front of me.
Yeah.
Tell me that's not a god. Tell me that's not a god, and I will smack the stupid off your face. It's kind of like that one rabbi said, I loved it. He goes, everybody believes in God, unless you don't think there was anything before everything. If you don't believe there was anything before everything existed, then you don't believe in God, that's fine. But pretty much everyone thinks everything came from something. What that something is your idea of God. Whether or not, however you perceive that, or what you think it is, you believe in God. You just got to define what that means to you. I always thought everybody believed in God, ever since I was a little kid. Not maybe what I think, but I thought everybody went, oh God, when they have sex. That's before I knew about different languages. I saw it in a movie.
We're taught so much by the media we consume.
It's that we're being taught and we're not learning. And so it's unconscious. And that phrase, the saying just keeps going through my head every single day, over and over, like a song I can't get rid of. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will dictate your life, and you'll call it fate. And it's like, well, yeah, that makes so much sense. That's why self-fulfilling prophecies always happen to every single person who's ever had a feeling about what they're going to be. That's what they become because that's how they feel. I mean, that stuff is scientifically proven already. It's not hard to know that if Jimmy and Billy go play basketball together and the coach says, Billy, you're good, Jimmy, you're not, Billy will play better basketball regardless of his skills than Jimmy. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
Unless Jimmy was like me and says, screw you, coach, you don't know what you're talking about all the time to every adult. Do not make life easy for me.
No.
Because they were right more than half the time.
When you go against the grain, it's not going to be easy.
Wouldn't have it any other way. I haven't changed. I've just gotten what they call social maturity. Social maturity is not feeling a different way or understanding things a different way. It's just knowing to shut the hell up. Working on it. I have the social maturity of I'm close to grade school. Not a kindergarten. I don't learn everything anymore. I knew I was getting good at it when I let somebody just hurt themselves. Like, you go step on that glass. You go. He's feeling good enough to complain about it.
Yeah. Yeah, stuff that shows how so much of your behavior is taught.
Mm.
You just were never shown that there's another way.
The simple act of realizing where you got an idea from.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most, that is the best way to start to make the unconscious conscious for yourself, is start to look at where you got your ideas from. And don't judge them. It's not time for that yet. Don't judge whether it's a good idea, a bad idea, your belief is right or wrong. Can that shit. It's all right and it's all wrong. You don't have to worry about that. All you have to do is see where it came from. That's the first best journey to finding inner consciousness. What it means, whether it's right, whether it's wrong, all of that will be incredibly obvious because it already is, and you don't know it because you choose not to. Mm. But the act of finding out where it all comes from just automatically takes care of it. Your conscious can then be conscious. Your unconscious can then be conscious. So many times, where did I even get that from? You know? Is that from a commercial? Do I really think this because of a commercial? Or when I was a kid, people would say stuff like, you have 5 pounds, by the time you're 50, you have 5 pounds of undigested red meat in your stomach and in your bowels. That's literally impossible. Okay? But where did everybody get that from? Because I heard it from a bunch of people.
You know? That before the internet, that was the Well, someone said it on the internet, so it must be true. Anybody can say anything. But if enough people pass it around.
Yeah, like gingivitis. Gingivitis was a made-up thing. Gingivitis was not something that happened to your mouth. Just a word Listerine made up to scare you. And then later, the industry adopted what does happen to your mouth and started calling it gingivitis. But gingivitis came way before it was attributed to an actual, which isn't really a thing though. It still really isn't a thing. Gingivitis is just a blanket term to your mouth has got problems. There's bacteria growing in your mouth. That's all that means. Which you need bacteria growing in your mouth, so I don't know. Go figure.
Right, it's easier not to even try for a lot of people.
Why bother? You look like a god. Even people that are rich are living like gods. If you've ever used a microwave oven, you live like a god. If you can turn a light on in your house, that's godly. Yeah, I've seen the sickness that wealth gives people. And it's a sickness of that lack of having the daily toil. The lack of struggle makes them weak. Mm. And so the only place that they toil is in the mind. And they toil and struggle in the mind against other people in the mind. Right? So they're always playing a mind game, which they're taught how to do, and how to control other human beings through power, money, and mind games. And so it's just all this unreal fallacy of made up shit, and every day they look in the mirror, they know that, and the sickness takes over on the only human relationships they have are with people they pay. Yeah. Well. Yeah, I could easily be that because I don't like people. Yeah, you just don't learn how to be people. You miss out on that part. Like I've met people that age 37 couldn't open a can of beans. With an electric can opener, mind you.
We've never had to do it.
Like, here's a crazy one. People who are super rich, like the Rothschilds, unless they choose to, growing up, they'll never learn how to drive. Unless it's a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
They're more apt to learn how to drive a helicopter. Yeah, but the real sickness and inevitability of all that kind of money is that there can never be enough. For one.
Mm-hmm.
Which means you always have nothing. If it's never enough, you have nothing.
Yeah.
That's probably why the children of those people, if they don't become the same thing, they don't live long. Drug overdose or, you know, crashing that helicopter kind of on purpose. Yeah, a lot of suicide.
They don't have anything to live for.
Mm-mm. I know people that waited a long time to get the money, and when they got it, they were done. They were ruined because they waited so long for this to think that it was going to change something. Oh, now I'll be able to what? Go to Florida when you went? Drive a faster car? What is that? How is any of that? I am blessed to have paid attention to some simple things. I don't know where I learned it from, but when I was a kid, I heard somebody say, you know, don't try to be older or younger. Be what you are, because you're never going to be that again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sure, I still want to be older sometimes growing up, you know, because the landmark things you can't do.
Yeah.
No, I'm not 13, I can't go to the freaking 13 all skate at the skating rink. But I've been able to enjoy every part of my life with that mind. Thank you for joining me for this meal. Thank you for taking that chance on something new.
I love it.
You loved it. There it is, people. Raw cabbage. Not something I would just say out loud and she'd go, yeah, no. But there we have it.
Good night, Joy.
Good night, Joy.
Best coleslaw I've ever had.
Shrimp slaw.
Peachy eats anything? I sure eat a lot more now than I used to, that's for sure. He has broadened my palate.
What's Danger? What's up?
Tenfold.
Yeah.
But I still won't eat anything.
I've kind of been like, I'll try anything, almost like on a dare kind of thing. Like, what am I, soft? I can't try something, you know? So, that's always been good.
Yeah. Crazy!
I figure if somebody likes it, that means it's likable. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, St. Patrick's. It's interesting how they sell cabbage in that for that day. They don't really eat that much in Ireland. It's not really.
The Cabbage advertisements got to him, and now it's synonymous. So the advertising worked.
Yes. I don't mean to be a downer about St. Patrick's Day, but St. Patrick wasn't Irish, and no matter how much you drink, you're not either. Unless you're literally sitting in Ireland. Just want to put that out there for everyone.
cabbage reminds me of evil. Oh no, because you ate it and got inflamed. Oh no. Yes.
Yes, you got, cabbage has a very, reactive element to it, and that's why it's so good for making the, sauerkraut. So if you don't do cabbage, you're going to want it in sauerkraut form. That's the form your body's going to love. It's going to have the, what do they call it, probiotics for your gut to be healthy. Get your microbiome going. I know Aurora loves it for the vitamin C.
Mm-hmm. Ever since you started telling me how good it was for you, I developed a taste for it.
Yeah, see, to me, St. Patrick was a con artist. He came from Italy, and he came up there and says, tell you what, I'm going to get rid of the snakes for you guys. You guys give me a big chest of gold, I'm going to get all the snakes off of Ireland. There were no snakes in Ireland. They didn't have any. I brought a box of snakes. They gave me a box of gold in trade for this killing the snakes that I brought. To me, that's what happened. St. Patrick.
I saw another little roach in the
Ah,
hallway. I think that's going to be our spring bug.
yes.
Little roaches.
No, I believe that it depends on your income. I believe for us, they're palmetto bugs.
Palmetto bugs?
Yes. They're
Okay.
roaches if you're low income. I think I don't make up these rules, okay? I just found that people who think that they have money call them palmetto bugs. We'll just say that.
Okay. Palmetto bug. I've never heard that before.
No?
No.
Yeah, that's what they call them in Florida.
Oh,
They don't
it's a
have
Florida
roaches.
thing.
They don't have
Okay.
roaches in Florida.
Okay.
They don't have cockroaches there. They
Okay.
have palmetto bugs. Palmetto bugs, you can actually like have palmetto farms, and people can eat them. You can turn them into all kinds of stuff. There's I remember seeing that one guy in England that just ate protein. He ate raw meat, and then they also showed a guy that just ate these. He ate palmetto bugs. That's like pretty much his only source of protein. And it, I guess, one of the best in the world. But whatever. I don't think it's kosher. I don't think rabbis blessed bugs, so I don't think it's going to pass that bar. I'm just saying.
My income class is showing. Yeah. I've never heard them called palmetto bugs, so. Is that like potato bug? I've heard of potato bugs.
Right, those are aphids.
Aphids, yeah, we call them potato bugs.
Yes, those are aphids.
Oh my gosh. Ooh, it
Palmetto
really
bug
tastes
just
weird.
sounds way better than cockroach.
It absolutely does.
Cockroach sounds like what's left after a bris. See how I did that?
Roly polies. Yes, that's what they do. They roll up and you can roll them. Roly polies.
Yes.
Prezi said two roly polies. No, we always just called them potato bugs. We didn't call them roly polies.
Prezi, if you have sensitive stomach and thyroid, I would look into any of the products that you're using that have any kind of like fragrances and just your standard. A lot of the standard products are just very detrimental to the thyroid and make it very, very, very bad. Like a lot of people are lucky to not have thyroid problems with the products they use, like hairspray and a lot of them. Just standard stuff that people use in the United States anyway. Very standard stuff because the FDA has not stopped any of the bad chemicals like all the other modern countries have. So you might be able to alleviate some of those problems by looking at that. Just go fresh. Just just get it all out and try it. Just, like, I just use lye soap, and like even the antiperspirant's really bad for you, but even non-antiperspirant deodorant is starting to bother me. Fumes and stuff. It's like, but I put a little bit on because I smell like chicken soup.
He said he smelled like chicken soup. I didn't get close enough to smell him, but.
I took a shower and I came out and I like smelled my room. It didn't smell bad, you know. It was like I took a shower, but it was like, it smells like chicken soup.
That's a chicken.
Like chicken stock.
Oh God, Skipper almost choked on some chicken last night. Jeez. Pizak knocked one of the ones that were cooking in the oven, and Pizak knocked a whole breast off the counter, and Skipper ran off with a piece and was choking on it before it was like that long and like that thick. Like, don't inhale a giant thing of chicken, like.
Did you smack her?
Dummy?
Yeah. She's too stupid for her own good.
She really is. That's why I chop her food up super small, because I'm just like, you're too dumb.
Well, no, yeah, no, but that she needs to. She's usually good about not eating food unless she brings it to us.
Right.
But yeah, if she gets something in her, you gotta discipline that girl.
Mm-hmm.
For her own good, she needs a good ass whipping. She needs to feel serious pain that she remembers for more than 5 minutes, which means you actually have to hurt her. It's so stupid, but I don't know any other way to teach a dog not to eat food because their impulse is so strong to just eat it.
Mm-hmm. Just get it in. It's dangerous, Mr. Skipper.
Like, I don't want to discipline you with fear, but you're just too stupid. And we live like God, so we have all this food available that's just in this form where naturally she couldn't even get that much in her mouth at one time. She'd have to tear pieces of flesh off. It doesn't come off at one big go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really messed up. Because we have this convenience, we create this problem, which we're going to solve by inflicting fear upon her. Oh my gosh, this is such a fucked up cycle.
Yeah, I hope to keep you updated on that Eternal. Eternal said I would also like to find an alternative to deodorant.
Yeah, I'll keep you updated if I find anything. Right now, I think it's... The thing is your body regulates after a couple days and you don't smell that bad. It's not that bad at all after a couple days. It takes like 5 days though. And then you're still not 100% like how they want you at an office.
Right.
So... It's a really tough thing when you're going into work every day.
Yeah.
So, but we'll keep going. We'll keep looking for stuff. Probably some kind of talc.
Yeah, probably. You might have to apply it more often or whatever, but yeah.
See, I like the way I smell, and so does my wife. So.
Well, you do get pretty sticky sometimes, but.
Yeah, it's that third day. The third and fourth day of not having a shower, and then my skin gets good. Everything's good. What I gotta do is stop doing the hot showers as often, and just do them for therapy and do just cold.
Prezi says I used alcohol when I had no deodorant for a month, and it didn't smell that bad.
Yikes. Like rubbing alcohol?
To kill the bacteria.
Huh. I don't think.
Oh yeah, food can affect what you eat.
Oh God, yeah. No, I can tell. I can tell exactly what I like now that I started eating real food. The smell of my skin, the smell of my armpits, and the smell of my poop. I can tell exactly what. Now, which is crazy. And like, when we were playing D&D that one time, that one dude made that really bad fart, and I can tell exactly what he ate. And I'm like, dude, you shouldn't be eating that. So I can think is you can't eat freaking French bread pizzas and, you know, forget what else there was, but there was, it's like, oh my God, I can tell what that is. It's not the superpower I wanted. It's the superpower I got.
I didn't want to be the stink bug queen, but
There
what
it
I
is.
got, so.
so funny the other day. She's like, "Where's it coming from?" Like she couldn't identify where the stink
my
is and all
God.
this stuff. She's going on and on. I haven't seen a stink bug
I
in
smelled it. I was sitting there and I'm looking all over and taking my clothes off. I'm like, is it in my clothes? Is it my hair? I'm like, I smell it. Where is it?
And I just looked at her and I said, "Honey," and she's like doing this. Where is it? And I'm like, "Honey." We make eye contact. And I said, "It's you. You're the queen."
No.
Yeah, she did the slow mo. Yeah. Petrol.
You stink. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I can see doing one of those like alcohol-based wet naps, like clean up right after. Showering with petrol, as long as it doesn't catch on fire, right? That'd be bad.
Don't like take a bath and with a candle nearby.
Right. Right.
Oh my goodness! I think Jack's feeling better.
Yeah, baby wipes.
Yeah.
Yes, my great-grandmother, I'll never forget because I was young enough that it was just hilarious when she said, "I'm going to take, I'll be right out, I'm just going to do a PTA." And I'm like, "PTA? What's that?" "Pits, tits, and ass." Just going to go clean your pits, tits, and ass. I just about died. I think I was like 13.
That's not what you want your grandma to say at 13.
Oh, it was great. I thought it was cool and funny.
Mr. P, you're too hot for petrol.
That's right. Petrol would just explode around me. It's a bit of, what do they call it? The temperature at which something is flammable, yeah? I forget what they call it.
Flashpoint?
Flashpoint, there it is. Thank you. I am the flashpoint.
This is a superhero name, Flashpoint.
Flashpoint, you can identify what you ate through your farts. Don't get too close. I think we've come full circle on that one. Let's get the puppy cam going. Puppies, puppies, puppies. There they are. There's my puppies. Mr. Jack, you look like you're feeling better. Is it time for you to eat?
Yeah.
Is it time? Mr. Jack, is it time?
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Jack, you speak? Is it time? Is it time?
Jack, he's
Oh.
feeling better.
He's doing much better. I know he's not feeling well if he doesn't lick me. If he licks
Right.
me, he's doing okay.
Aw, Jack, good boy.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for this food every night. We'll see you tomorrow. Breathe well, eat well, and be well.